Hi there everyone, it's Bren here and welcome back to my gardening channel. Well, I can't believe it, but we've had our first full week of autumn. The summer has absolutely flown by and now we're approaching the cooler months. So in this week's garden update, I'll show you around the garden, show you some of those autumn flowers, as well as the beautiful summer flowers that just keep on going like the zinnias. And then I'll also be harvesting some edibles, some melons, and also I'm going to be taking out my butternut squash vine. Plus, I will be showing you a couple of finds that I found for free that I think will be perfect to put into the garden as a lovely garden feature. So why don't you just sit back for a few minutes and relax and I'll show you around. Everything I need, I have jug there for the flowers and the basket to harvest some food. So I'm just going to get straight into it now and start harvesting. So something I've noticed since the weather has cooled down a bit is that the scarlet runner beans here over this archway, they seem to have come back to life a little bit. There's more flowers on them and there's less yellowing in the leaves. So I'm pretty happy with that. Oh, do you see how high that cosmos has got? That's cosmos up there. It has really stretched out, I can't believe that. And beside there's some lovely zinnias, and this is what I'm going to pick for a first load of flowers. So I still have quite a few zinnias and I'm like stretching over here to pull them down. There's a lovely bee there. The bees and butterflies are here constantly. I would definitely recommend zinnias as a good flowers for beneficial insects. Nice selection there. I really do feel like I'm spoiled for choice. I pretty much put in, I would say, maybe 10-12 different types this year. And for any of those of you who are new to my channel, this is the first year I've grown zinnias. So I'll just show you here. They're still going and they're just really stretched out. This is probably my favourite area in the garden at the moment. I've got a lot of marigolds. See those orange flowers? Those yellow ones there, they're cosmos. And this week, another thing I did was I made this rustic garden arch that you can see there. And I think it turned out pretty well, and I have done a separate video on how to make that. If you're interested, I'll put the link to that video in the description for this one and you'll find it on my channel. But this garden arch cost me less than $10 to make, and I think it just fits in really lovely with this my cottage style garden. So in here I have some banana capsicums. I'll pick those ones off as well. They are a funny shape, aren't they? They do look a bit like bananas. I quite like these capsicums. They, if I just take the seeds out and the top off, they go really well in my kids' lunch boxes, and they seem to like them. They're quite sweet. I have a couple of gourds here to pick off. Those two off. I love that one with the slightly green variegation in it, and these are all off the same vine, but I just wanted to show you what they look like before they change colour. They're also beautiful like this too, aren't they? They're like a green with white stripes, and I would say I'll probably get about maybe 15 of them. I did harvest a few this week. And I put a photo up of them on my Instagram account, Gigi the Garden Girl, if you want to check that out. And that one there, that's the grandma pumpkin. It's coming on quite well. I do have another little one over here, but I think I have to move it. The chickens were starting to peck at it. It's got a little bit of damage, but it will still be fine, I think. Okay, so less chatting and more harvesting. So I'll get these, and then over here I have some beans. I'm going to pick them off, and then I'm going to see if I have any more of the cucamelons. There's quite a lot of beans there. Love the smell of fresh beans. It reminds me of my childhood when my mum and dad used to grow them up a trellis. I'm going to pick some of these little cucumber melons. I had these in my last video, so I won't talk too much about them. My last garden tour. They do look like little watermelons, don't they? They're really delicious. Oh, there's a little ladybug on there. She'll be okay. The last of my tomato plants are starting to look really sad. Look, any of the tomatoes that have been on it, the birds are getting to them now. Oh, it makes me sad, I think, that they're nearly finished. Anyway, next area I'm going to go to is here where the pumpkin patch was. I've decided I am going to take out the vine of the butternut squash. I'll take them out, and then there's also a couple of these spaghetti squash that I'm a little bit concerned about. I don't know, it's my first year growing these, but this discoloration here on the outside makes me a bit nervous, and I think they're really pretty close to being harvested anyway. If you have a look here, it's gone brown. So, oh, I just snapped it off. Jeez, they're heavy, aren't they? I can't wait to try these. Oh, it's all dirty at the bottom. Oh, they're pretty heavy. I can't believe the weight that's in them. Oh, the vine's pretty much dead. I'll twist this one off. And this one here as well. Oh. Okay, so next up in this other vine area, I've got a couple of different types of rock melons and a watermelon to harvest, which I'll do now. So there's this rock melon here. There's actually 3 here, but this one here is the largest one. There's another one there. I'm going to pick this one off, and unfortunately I don't know the name of this one because it's from a mixed pack. And I will do a bit of searching on the internet and see if I can figure out what it is. This one here, that's an heirloom variety. Oh, they're just so much more interesting, aren't they, than the standard ones that you can buy at shops. This here is the other rock melon. It's just slipped off the vine. I have harvested a few of these before, and I'll have a look through this area and see if there's any more of them. But I have to say, I'm not the best at figuring out when the right time to harvest these are. I know the vine's meant to slip off, but look what's after happening down here. Here's one here I've just seen, and look at that, it's just completely split open. So that's a bit disappointing, but I can give it to the chickens. There, the chickens can have them. Got a rock melon in here. I'm so nervous walking through here with the snakes, but it's over in this area and I'm going to grab it now. It is. What a beauty. This one here, and the white ones too, they're quite nice. There is one up here. Oh, I can't remember the name. I'm pretty useless with names, sorry. I'll see if I can find it. I'll pop it up on the screen. The blooms here aren't as big as they were. There's another one in there. It's very pretty. Picked a few of them. Pretty happy with that selection. Just spotted in here some more tomato tomatoes. I'm not going to bother putting these in the basket. They're going straight in my mouth. Okay, so I'm going to head over to the raised veggie garden, and I'm not going to bother bringing any of that stuff with me because it's just too heavy. So all I'll do is I'll probably just go and grab another basket, I think. Sidetracked. Look at my oranges. Oh, they're getting big now. You know, sometimes I don't really follow gardening rules, which probably isn't a great thing, but I know under citrus trees you should never really plant anything because they've got shallow rooted root system. But I saw my friend's house that she had some nasturtiums and her tree looked really healthy, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it a try. And in some ways I think maybe they get even more water because you do water the flowers that are underneath. You know what, I came over to the raised veggie garden, which I have a separate area, and look who's over here digging and scratching around. What are you two up to, girls? Messing up all my mulch? I'll harvest some of these. These are the Turkish eggplants. They look like little tomatoes to me, I think. I'll see if I can take this one off. I should really be using a secateurs. How lovely is that? Do you know, I'm not mad about the taste of these. I've tried cooking them a couple of different ways, but I am still going to grow these in my garden every year because they just look really ornamental, and why not? And you know what, even if I don't like them, I can always find one of my friends who will take them off my hands and try them. Actually just ended up grabbing a pot to put everything in. Another lovely dahlia growing in my raised veggie garden, which is looking pretty bare at the moment. I mean, look at this, there's not really much in it, but I have loads of seedlings. I'll actually go and show you them now, and a lot of them are either ready to be transplanted or potted up, I think. So here's some of my little tiny seedlings. Got a mixture of flowers here and winter vegetables all growing. I won't go through them all now because there's too many, but I'm pretty happy they're starting to germinate. Some of them either need thinning out, so let me just check. So what's this? This is silver beet. I think it's the looks like the red or orange one over here, probably written on the opposite side. I'll probably just, once they get their first true set of leaves, I'll put them straight into the garden. And I have this covering here to stop the chickens getting at them. That's one thing I have to do this week. I have to sort out and stop them escaping from their chicken run. Update on my calendula and wallflowers, more nasturtiums. Oh, I think they're borage there, they've grown a lot. And then over here just a mixture of different plants. They're the lavender strawberries. I have a plan for the strawberries, probably won't chat about it today, maybe next week. And then over here are some of my cuttings, and they're coming along well as well. So I have a few Bonica eggplants to harvest. Over here there's some capsicums. There's some marigolds. This is a cosmos. So the capsicums here, oh look at the amount of capsicums on them. Now this one, as far as I can remember, I'll just check, I think it's a, yeah, it's the golden wonder capsicums. My big problem is that I actually haven't had, oh that one just slipped right off, I haven't had one capsicum so far that I've been able to ripen to red without some insect, like particularly the fruit fly, getting to them before I do. So I'm kind of half tempted to pick them all off. Over there, that's a black beauty. I did have some more here, but they all died for various reasons. They just didn't make it through the heat waves. But what will I do? I might just pick a few off today and leave the rest and just see if I can get one to ripen. So I'm going to head through the side gate now and have a look what's in the front garden. Big mad mess here. But I wanted to show you something. I've had this problem nearly all summer with potato beetles. Look at what they are doing to my Cape gooseberries. Do you see them? There's the adult form, and then these gross slug looking things. They just completely defoliate plants. So they're all over this. I mean, I've given it organic sprays, but they just keep on coming back. And I have a tomatillo here beside the Cape gooseberries, and they've got to them as well. Oh, I just don't know what to do. It's just been a real big battle this summer. But I have good news. I actually tried my first 2 Cape gooseberries yesterday that I found, and there aren't any more, I don't think. But to cheer myself up, I'm going to pick some of this Amaranth Love Lies Bleeding, these flowers here. Look how beautiful they are. I'll pick a few of them off and I'll put them in the jar with the other flowers. There are some, what are they called? Queen Anne's lace. Aren't they just so light and airy looking? This week I got a couple of free items off somebody. There's this one here. This is like, I think it was a fire pit and it was thrown out. It's pretty old, but I have, I know it's a bit obvious, but I'm going to plant it up. But I thought what I would do is I put my wallflowers in it, the orange ones, so they look a bit like flames maybe, and they look nice in spring but I'm pretty happy with this find. I love anything rustic and old looking. A cool find I got this week was this old post box. See the way it's gone all rusty, and I thought that would look really cool if I put it in just outside the veggie garden. I'll just lean it up here against the mulch so you can have a look. So I'll put it up near the raised beds, and maybe I can use it to store my tools in. Look what's flowering this week. These beautiful spider lilies. They're in a lovely orange colour. I'm a big fan of bulbs, and I've waited all year to see these beauties again, and I'm delighted. They look very stunning. I have some of the scabiosa. There's a bug on it. I don't know if that's a good or a bad one, that one. So there's a salvia there, some more dahlia flowers, and I've got some Mexican sunflowers up there as well, and the amaranth. I'm now in the back garden again with everything I've picked. I'm going to put it with the rest of the harvest for today. Look how long this amaranth is. Isn't that insane? Go everyone. There's the final garden harvest for today. I really hope you enjoyed watching today's video. I will be doing like garden updates on a regular basis, on a weekly basis, if you're interested in subscribing to this channel and following me along on my gardening journey. So until next time, I'd like to say bye for now and happy gardening.